Hey, what's going on guys? Oz here. This is a quick video for you guys today. This is what I consider to be the best and the easiest way to get a high KDR in Black Ops 2. Now keep in mind, this is not, and I repeat, this is not the best way to get a high amount of kills, because you're not going to get a lot of kills doing this. It's also not the best way to get a high score, because you won't get a high score. What you will get is you'll get a high KDR, kill to death ratio, and you're going to be very annoying for the enemy team, and you're going to apply a lot of pressure on the enemies while you're rushing using this setup. What it is the UAV with the RCXD and the Hunter Killer. This is a good setup. If you can string together 3 or 4 kills in a row, which most people can, you know, if you've been playing this game at any length of time, you should be able to get a UAV. So once you get the UAV, you'll be able to see where everybody that's not using Ghost is. Most people don't use Ghost, you know, as strong as it is. I guess people just don't have it unlocked or something like that. But that should build you directly into this RCXD. Plus, every time your teammates get a kill with the UAV up, you get 10 points towards your score streak. So get the RCXD, use the RCXD, that'll build you into the Hunter Killer. Now, the RCXD is one of these kill streaks that I really like. It's extremely underrated, and you know, it was a real newbie, I guess you can say, you know, kill streak in Black Ops 1. Not very many people using it in Black Ops 2, but here's the way I like to use it. I like to use it while rushing. What ends up happening a lot of times when I move up towards the enemy spawn is I get overwhelmed by like 3 or 4 guys, because I don't know, sometimes people could be in corners, sometimes they could spawn in waves, and you just never know. So when I get close to the spawn and I earn my RCXD, I immediately get to a safe spot, I duck down, and I drive that RC up into the spawn. I'll kill whoever I see first, but while I'm driving the car, I'm paying attention to see who's behind him, or if I drive it into a building to kill a camper like I did just there, I'm paying attention to the back doorway as I'm driving the RC, and that'll just give me a little bit of extra recon. I'll know if somebody was coming through that door, because if I would have killed the guy in the room and the guy would have been coming through the door, I immediately would have ran into that room and started pre-aiming towards the doorway because I know the guy's coming. So it just gives me that much more advantage in gunfights. Like I said, once you get the RCXD, you should be able to get the Hunter Killer. The Hunter Killer you can use 2 ways. It's real simple. It's a pretty annoying kill streak because for whatever reason it usually goes for the highest player on the scoreboard. At least when people call it against me, it seems to always hit me and not the crappy players that are just running around. But you can use this Hunter Killer 2 ways. You can either throw it directly up in the sky and then it flies around and just randomly hits somebody, or you can hold on to it and you can use that kind of like a dart and just throw it at enemies. Like you can hold the Hunter Killer, toss it at someone's face, and it'll just blow up instantly as soon as it gets there. So that's a pretty effective way to combat multiple amounts of enemies. Like if you know 3 guys are coming around a corner, just back up a little bit, wind up the Hunter Killer and just toss it in there, and you should get like a double kill. But that, like I said, probably the best way to use Hunter is just to throw it directly up in the air like I do in this video. But as you can see, I'm applying a lot of pressure every time I get these kill streaks, which I'm getting them actually pretty fast here. I'm just I'm immediately calling them in, and just trying to keep the enemy pushed back. I mean, you can't always push an entire team back with your gun only. Sometimes you do need a little bit of help with kill streaks in the air, you know, especially when the teammates aren't helping much. Like right here, my team's pretty much just camped up at B. So if they happen to get killed at B, you know, they're going to get overwhelmed by loads of enemies. That's why it's good to slay, and it's good to start having teammates who like to rush and push the enemy back a little bit. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Use these tips, and I promise you guys will get a higher kill to death ratio. I'll check you guys next video. Peace.